Hey folks, today I'm diving into one of the most pivotal decisions in American history, Robert E. Lee's choice between the Union and the Confederacy. This decision would shape not just his life, but the fate of a nation torn apart by civil war. Robert E. Lee, born in 1807 in Virginia, was a distinguished soldier in the United States Army for over 30 years. He graduated second in his class from West Point and served with valor in the Mexican-American War. Lee's military career was nothing short of exemplary, and he was widely respected by his peers. But in 1861, when the Southern states began to secede from the Union, Lee faced an impossible dilemma. On one hand, he had a deep loyalty to the United States, the country he had served faithfully for decades. On the other hand, his home state of Virginia and many of his family and friends were aligning with the Confederacy. Lee personally opposed secession, calling it a calamity, and believed in the preservation of the Union. However, he also felt a profound loyalty to his home state of Virginia. The pressure was immense. President Lincoln offered him command of the Union forces, a prestigious position that would place him at the helm of the mightiest army on the continent. But for Lee, the decision was not about personal ambition. It was about honor and duty, values he held above all else. After a period of deep reflection, Lee made his choice. He resigned from the United States Army, unwilling to take up arms against Virginia. In a letter to his sister, he wrote, "I cannot raise my hand against my birthplace, my home, my children." With a heavy heart, he accepted a command in the Confederate Army. Lee's decision had profound implications. As the leading general of the Confederate Army, his tactics and strategies prolonged the war, making him a legendary figure in military history. But it also meant he was fighting for a cause that defended slavery, a contradiction that tarnished his legacy. To this day, historians debate Lee's decision. Was it a noble act of loyalty to his state or a tragic mistake that contributed to one of the darkest chapters in American history? Lee's choice underscores the complexities of the Civil War, a conflict where personal convictions were often at odds with national allegiances. In the end, Robert E. Lee remains a figure of deep complexity, embodying the very contradictions of the Civil War itself. His decision to side with the Confederacy was not made lightly, but it's a decision that continues to spark debate and reflection to this day. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating historical analyses. Until next time, keep exploring the past to understand the present.